Hi, and thanks for tuning in. I wanted to remind you of our Road to 1,000 subscribers giveaway that we have going on our YouTube channel. If you subscribe and have a public profile, you'll be entered to win a free RX Smart Gear original jump rope. You'll get to pick the pattern of the handles, the color and weight of the cable, and you'll be getting one of the best-selling, best-performing jump ropes out there. Every time we hit a new century mark with the number of subscribers to our channel, we'll randomly select a new winner. And our friend Dave Newman is going to throw in a little something extra for each winner. So a special thanks to our sponsor, RX Smart Gear, to Dave Newman for being such a great partner, and to you for being a loyal listener. Good luck, and I hope you are our next winner.
Why is there a random pair of legs above your head, Dillon? Like, is that an elf?
That's a Santa hat.
The Santa hat.
A Santa hat. I'm telling you, bro, we live very while we're building our house, we live very savage lifestyle. We don't have doors for our closets here. Very sketchy.
Didn't you say you just put away your tree like a few days back?
We actually still have one tree left up.
Okay, get this. I got a story for you right now. All right. And I thought I was gonna come home and be a hero. So I'm in Home
Scott,
Depot,
you just
right?
sit there, mate. It's nothing to do with you anymore. It's all about Dillon. It's the Dillon show.
No, I did this for Ariel. She's all into Christmas trees and stuff. I'm at Home Depot and I'm in the checkout line, and this lady is trying to sell me a Christmas tree for $25. And when she told me that, I was sold. So I look at it and it was a $300 Christmas tree, and she was trying to sell it to me for $25. And when she told me that, I was like, man, I'm gonna buy this tree. I'm gonna bring it home. And Ariel is gonna be so like happy with me, like, oh, this is like the best thing you've ever done. She was so upset that I bought the Christmas tree. Look at that Christmas tree. $25.
That's a bargain.
Is it burn your
Bargain.
fingers when you touch it as well? Like, so you're selling it outside of Home Depot or inside? Because if you're selling it inside, it's probably legit. If it's outside, probably stolen.
It was inside, and I almost bought both of them. I could have gotten $600 worth of trees for $50. I could have flipped that if I wanted to. But I brought that home, and I was so pumped because Ariel was like, we're gonna need 2 trees for our new house. And I was like, bam, $25 for a tree. And then she wasn't even impressed with the bargain. So I was a little upset with it. I was a little upset because I've never gotten something I was so excited to give her and thought that she was going to be like, man, that was such an amazing gift. Like, I can't believe you bought that.
I know,
And then she was disappointed. So.
Anyway, Scott, if you get $5 after that, it was worth listening to that story, eh?
All right, so let me at least tell our audience what we've got going on here. So my name is Scott Schweitzer, and I am the Clydesdale. I'm the host of this, I think. and we are trying an experiment tonight. It is either going to be the greatest podcast ever or the biggest train wreck in the history of podcasts.
Definitely the latter.
So we talk about trains.
yeah. Oh no, Kyle knows the train story. Sorry, Ariel's interrupting.
So referee says timeout. So we have the Loewens with us, Dillon and Ariel. We have the Rolfes with us, Kyle and Emily. And these two couples have somehow become friends in this world of CrossFit that we live in. And I don't know who are tighter friends, Kyle and Dillon or Emily and Ariel, but we're going to find that out tonight. So how did this all come about? How did you guys meet? Did you meet as competitors first, or did the husbands meet kind of backstage?
No, Ariel and I met at the games, right?
Right. And I think it honestly started, Emily followed me on Instagram, and then I followed her, and then we talked on Instagram, and then in Rogue was the first time we were friends in person.
Yeah, we didn't really talk at the games this year, I don't think.
I don't remember.
You were busy chucking up, that's why.
Throwing up all weekend.
We don't need to go there again. That started a whole thing with us a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, whole kettle of worms. And then Rogue, I say we became closer. And then by the time Whatappalooza came, these two guys were with us.
Yeah. I've only got to take you out on a date now, Dillon, and we're pretty much married ourselves. So it'll be good.
I'm game.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. My memory of like when me and Kyle, I would say, kind of became little buddies was actually at Rogue. And we were talking about he was like, "Are you Ariel's like coach?"
I'll tell the story.
You want to tell the story? Okay, you tell.
My humor, I've since learned, is not very good. I figured this out at Wadapalooza and at Rogue. So I asked Emily, and Kyle's with her. I was like, okay, this is Dillon. Like, their coach relationship is husband and wife and athlete and coach. So I was like, this is Dillon. He's like my dog. And so Kyle goes, so he's like your bitch. And I was like, no. What I meant to say was he's my words and my humor don't match up sometimes, but all I said was dog. But what I meant was he's my support animal who like mentally helps me backstage. But all that came out was dog. And then ever since then I was like, okay, this is how it's gonna be.
So Kyle just went on. He just like had a nice little banter about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, you're her little bitch, mate," doing this, you know, in his little accent there. And so we had a good laugh over it. And I guess we just kind of from there, you know, start talking more. And then by the time Wadapalooza rolled around, it's a familiar face, and he's a pretty funny guy. So we enjoyed each other's company a little bit. And Emily, she's all right. I mean, I'm there for Kyle.
We don't even need the girls. Like, we
don't need the women. I'm just there for Kyle.
That's right.
No, and I
Ariel
think
thinks
it's good, like I was gonna say, when we compete, because like it's a stressful weekend, and I think like coaches are stressed out too, and it's kind of like it's nice for you guys to like kind of chill out and have a buddy there that you can have a few laughs with, and because I know I'm like probably not the best person to be around. You want to get away.
Guarantee you that for sure.
No.
But we also have a cheering competition as well. Dillon normally wins it. However,
no.
However, I would say Biceps Briggs just takes the bacon now. Like, she could outshout both of us. So she scored both of us at Wadapalooza. So
yeah, Briggs can definitely yell for sure.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Actually, Emily, I didn't know that your husband was your coach until like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so we're better than the Loewens because
I'm going to stop you there. I'm her coach at the moment.
Coach.
Yeah, exactly. I'm also a coach at the moment. Like,
Dillon's available if you want a different coach.
Yeah.
He's available.
And I'm free. You want my programming?
no.
No. I wouldn't either.
So how does I am not going to be able to control this at all. I can already tell, but it's great. It's great. So how does the dynamic work as husband and wife and coach athlete?
I mean, it works really well 99% of the time.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Like the odd time you kind of get mixed up, you know, too many emotions. Like I probably say things to him that I wouldn't say to Dillon.
I'll tell you, Dillon. It's all right.
Give us an example.
But yeah, like I always say, like he knows me the best out of everyone. Like he knows everything, like how I slept, how I ate, how I react to things, what I'm thinking, like kind of an athlete I am. So it's, if you can make it work, it's really great. And we get to travel the world and do what we love. What I love, but
yeah,
together.
Well, no, I love it as well. And to broaden on that a little bit as well, Scott, like it's, we have an agreement, like when she's our athlete, she's the athlete. And when I'm a coach, I'm a coach. So I talk about hats on, hats off kind of thing. And there's been several times where I'm like, look, I'm going to say things you're not going to like to hear. Please understand it's said in a constructive way, never as in a malicious way or anything like that. It's said as a coach, like you need to be able to do this, this, and this. Luckily, I have the advantage if I want to, for a better word, piss her off. I have the knowledge to be able to do that, and I can do that, and to which she can then channel that anger into a workout. And we had I think probably the most recent one was in Dubai when you had that. We had a little argument, and I literally pull out my phone. I'm like, okay, I'm going to start writing an apology now because I'm going to be a real asshole to her. And so I wrote a full apology to her. And then I like had this.
Meanwhile, I'm like on the other end.
Emily's like a good probably 150 feet. Like I'm talking like it's going to take some time for her to cover that distance if she wants to come and punch me in the face or something like that. But at the end of the day, at least I see it coming. But no, I write apology, and then I went up and to her and I was like, right, I'm going to really. Well, in short, I really pissed her off, and she went to the next workout and just absolutely smashed it, which was awesome. And then I said, right, I said, now you've done that, read this. And it was like, I'm sorry for being whatever. I didn't mean to piss you off, but I did it to better you as an athlete, kind of thing. So, and then we'll move on from there. But it's quite a unique relationship. I've seen like there's several people that do it. Cristiano, Patrick, they do it. Shane and Tia, obviously.
Ariel and Dillon.
Yeah.
Ariel and Dillon.
Yeah, Aaron and Dillon, yeah. The dangerous double do there. But it is a very unique relationship, but it's also I get to live vicariously through Emily as well, which is awesome.
So Dillon and Ariel, like, does Dillon act as your coach at events because you need that support? No.
I'm a scrub in the CrossFit world. All right. Ariel has a real coach that trains her. I'm just there totally just for mental support. So, I mean, she'll kind of tell me and break down the workouts and like, hey, is this a good idea or is that a good idea? But I would say I have no background to give her the advice except for just being mentally supportive. And I'm kind of like Kyle, like I'll be honest with Ariel as far as like what she needs. I can tell what she needs to work on. I got that much experience when she can't pick up a sandbag to save her life, so I know things that she needs to work on and stuff, but as far as like coaching, she gets that through her coach Matt, and they do all that. And then so he'll be there at the events and kind of coach her, and he'll text me if he has some things he wants to have Ariel know. But as far as like being a coach towards Ariel, I'm not a coach at all. I'm just mainly there just for her mental health, I would say, just because we are husband and wife and we have a bond that we have together. She just feels real comfortable around me. And I think another big thing is she likes that I can make light of situations instead of it just being so serious all the time, that I can kind of bring a little bit different atmosphere.
There are times though, so like backstage, he'll be like the realist. On like the echo bike workout, I don't like the bike. He'll be like, if you don't hold this cadence, you're not going to do well. And it's kind of like, if my coach were to tell me that, I'd get offended. But because he tells me that, I'm like, okay, you're right. But then there's also times backstage where we figured out at Rogue, like, okay, I need to warm up. Here's the warm up we're going to do. At Wadapalooza, he's having so much fun backstage. And I'm like, your only job all weekend is tell me when 40 seconds is up on the bike, and then I'll rest 20 seconds. Do it again 2 more times just to get warm. Just tell me when 40 seconds hits. There were like 3 times he's all looking around at the beach, and I'm like, is that 40 seconds yet? And I'm like, you have one job. We have a lot of stage just goofing.
So Dillon, you wear the coach's badge at events, but you're not necessarily the coach.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm her dog.
Yeah, I think we've established that. So I have to ask you a question, Dillon, before I move back to the others. And that is, when I first interviewed Ariel, she told me that she had retired from CrossFit and accidentally won the Granite Games.
Whoops.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
very emotional.
So you live there. Is that the truth?
It is. I would say, okay, I got a story for you.
Oh, of course, yes.
All right. I don't even know who. It's not a crazy story, but anyways, I forgot who we were talking to, and it was maybe like 2-3 weeks before the Granite Games, and somebody was asking Ariel, like, what are your plans after the Granite Games? And I was like thinking, I was like, well, we're just gonna come home and that's it, and then we'll try again at the Open next year. I had no intentions. This was my first year, and I've been with Ariel since she started CrossFit, back in like 2011. And this is my first year that I never had expectations of Ariel going to the games. It was like, we're going to Granite to have fun. And we did have fun. I'll tell you by far, out of the Granite, Brogue, the games, and Wadapalooza, Granite Games was by far the funnest we ever had at an event. It was just a real light experience. And it was just, I'm not gonna lie, it's emotional. I'm getting emotional right now just thinking about it, just because we didn't go out there expect to go to the games. And then not only did that happen, she ends up winning first place. So definitely when all that happened, some tears were shed. And
Yeah,
it
we
just,
went back to our hotel room. Of course, you've already taken your pictures. You got sized for the game stuff. I'm just on the bed, like soaking it all in. I look over. Spoiler alert, he's just crying. And he's like, what just happened? Like, I thought we were going home empty handed and you won first and you're going. Just like, we both kind of were like, what the heck?
I've got the emotional capacity of a plank of wood, though, so that's a bit
I was a man.
So I want
Look at
to
him.
say, my Granite Games experience was very similar,
Yeah.
but just
Really?
here in 2019, same thing. Just like didn't even do the open that year. Just was gonna go to one sanctional and just give her, and then I ended up winning and made my first games. Like
And I nearly
accidentally.
Yeah, and I nearly didn't even make it out there, eh? So that was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you cry, Kyle?
No.
Yeah, yeah, internally maybe. Scott is so judgmental right now. It's like, did he cry? Like, come on.
No.
No, I'm sorry to say, no, I'm not trying to be all macho. No, I didn't cry. I was very happy over it.
Do you even love Emily?
Scott asked the question.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I married her for a CrossFit capacity only. That was it. Like, that's it.
Travel the world.
Me and you together.
Forever.
So,
Yeah.
so Kyle, when Emily won an event at the CrossFit Games, was that a surprise for you, or did you expect that?
I wouldn't say it was a surprise for me. It
The
was
first one was.
not even a surprise. It was definitely a welcome gift. Like Emily worked incredibly hard towards that kind of stuff, and being I don't want to sound immodest, but being I know her so well, I know what she was capable of, and the fact that she was able to go and do what we said and execute it, like the ruck run, like she just executed perfectly. And then you did exactly the same again this year. Also this last year, there's just been with the running toaster bar, right? That's having worked with Emily now for honestly like 6 years, been together a little bit longer than that, but actually worked with her as a coach side of things. I can say, okay, I know what you can do here. I know what you're capable of here. And then you just got to channel that and use the energy of the crowd and who she's with and stuff kind of. And if it all aligns, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm sure Ariel and Dillon can attest to that as well. Like when things go right, you talk about positivity, it compounds and everything builds up and things just get better and better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when she won, did you cry?
I shouted out quite loud. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a bit of a video actually. It's kind of funny on the CrossFit Games. There's Emily running in, and if you look in the background, you'll see me and Emily's mental coach Brett, and you can see these two random people in the background sprinting with Emily. Now, I'm
It
not.
pans
Yeah,
the crowd.
yeah,
And you can see
it's
these
pans
two
the crowd,
guys.
and I'm not exactly a small guy. I think there's a bit like people like, why is this 275-pound man running at me full power, like moving like the Red Sea parts, and I'm just mowing through. And she goes over the finish line, and then they were like, I would like to announce the winner. That's Emily Rolfes. And I'm like, at the top of my voice, I'm like, that's my wife.
Wow. That's sweet.
Yeah, that was the closest I got to crying. But, and then Brett, her coach, just broke down in absolute tears because it's Brett. He does that all the time. Like you crack an egg and he cries, kind of thing. So.
Well, first of all, Kyle, Clydesdale's for life, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So last year when she won that event, she did it coming off of one of the worst nights of her life, I think is how she described it to me.
Yeah.
Well, the 2 nights. The
Yeah.
one before.
Going back to the coach's hat and the husband's hat, that hands down was the hardest thing I had to do. Like, because there's nothing more when you see someone you love and care about so much that you want to comfort them and make them feel better. And then, I've never seen Emily so sick. Like, we've been together nearly 10 years, and scary thought, isn't it? Jeez.
Yeah.
A decade.
Yeah, crazy. She was, don't want to scare anybody off, but like there was several times where I'm like, I don't know if Emily needs to go to hospital, that she lost that much fluid.
It's like, what is he gonna say?
Yeah, no. I'm trying to be PC here, like this guy. So, yeah.
But then at the same time, it was like, if you don't compete, you're done.
Exactly.
Like the cut system's savage like that, right? Or there's a minimum work, so you got to go out and do it. Like,
so I approached the head judges and I said to them, I said, look, so what's for day 2?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Right. I didn't know if you had.
His point is,
it was really bloody hard in simple terms.
So I didn't know where you were going with the story. I didn't know if you were going to say I filled both hats from the fluids that were coming out of her, or
well, that's
or she was so sick I shed a tear because I was really that scared.
I mean, Emily, I'll tell you, I'm not much of, and again, I don't want to sound macho, I'm not much of a crier. Like the job that I work in, I have to be and it's
stone cold.
Yeah, I don't know about stone cold. Like I said, I've got the emotional capacity of a plank of wood at times. Which, however, I do love my wife dearly, so that's the big thing. So, yeah.
There you go.
What was the question?
I'm not trying to have y'all one up us over here. Ariel, give me lips.
Oh,
right. So now I'm going to go back to the Loewens. Let's talk about your off season. So you did Rogue. You won the Zalos games. You did Rogue, and then you did Wadapalooza. So what were you trying to get out of the off season this year, and how did that go for you?
Man, I feel like I didn't really have an off season other than like Christmas week felt like an off season. And then since Wadapalooza, I still will work out, but it's not like as intense. But I really feel like I don't know if Emily, you can relate. I feel like there hasn't been like an off month.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, the biggest time looking back was probably games to Rogue. But that went by really fast because like, I'm pretty sure we all took the month of August off, and then it was like, oh shoot, we got to train.
Exactly.
I want to give Emily a shout out. I think she was the only athlete to compete in all the major CrossFit.
Dillon, you're stealing from my notes.
Oh, dang. I was before this. I was talking points. I was getting nervous.
Yeah, I mean, whether that was smart or stupid, I mean,
we can learn.
We got out of it injury free, so there was a little touch and go there. But yeah, we definitely learned. So I think going forward, it was beneficial. It was exhausting though. By the time Wadapalooza came, I was like, oh, I need a rest.
I went back to work for a rest.
So what did the two of you do in your day jobs? Well, I know what Emily does. I'm asking Kyle and Dillon.
Go ahead, Dillon.
Well, I own a little garage door company. So I sell and install garage doors. And then on the side, the last 2 years, I've been building homes as well. That's kind of like my main goal is to be a home builder.
Are you building
Yeah, so we're building our own house. Our own house built and designed. Once we get done, you'll see my amazing interior design skills I have. You would think I went to school for it.
Yeah, I picked out.
I use this line. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I got a little bit of skill.
I picked out one thing in the house, and it's our one regret. So I've learned next time just to keep my mouth shut.
Wow.
Do it.
I mean,
So,
what I've seen, it's beautiful so far.
You come to us, give us some tips, mate.
pound it. But I'm trying to get into mainly building homes. I'm just still doing the garage door thing. That is what really brings in the money, because I'm not building enough homes a year to sustain that income quite yet. But that would be the goal, is to just be a home builder down the road, which there's time. We're still young.
So you do garage doors, but not closet doors?
I don't know if they're relatable, but yeah, just garage doors that open up that you put your vehicle in. One of those.
That's funny.
Yeah, but you're sitting there beside an open
Oh
hole.
yeah. Dang, don't roast us, bro. Jeez. So this is so right now, while we're building our house, we're living with my dad, and we live very minimal out here.
Very minimal.
We didn't have, until Ariel moved in, we didn't have doors on our bathrooms. Me and my dad just chunked up the deuces when we saw one another on the bathroom thing, It's the truth. When Ariel would, before we were married and she'd come and stay the weekend, I had to let my dad know, like, hey, there's a woman on this side of the house. You got to be careful. But yeah, once she moved in, we updated. We got doors. I got her a sink, so I'm telling you, we live very savagely right now. But we're almost up to normal people standards, maybe in a month or two.
So you're not sitting in the new house right now?
We're not. No.
Yeah, this is his house.
This is my dad's house while we're currently
Dillon
freeloading.
will call me. He did this a lot. He'll call me once a week and be like, I just sold our house. Someone offered me the right price. We're going to live with my dad another 2 years. And I'm like, you better be kidding or you're in trouble.
Ariel, that's good humor. That's good humor.
It hurts.
That's a what do they call that? An inside joke between Kyle and Ariel, because he's got pretty good humor. Like we said, Ariel's humor is a little iffy.
I made a joke at Wadapalooza and I just decided to never make jokes again because it was not good.
Kyle got mad.
I think we'll explain this, Scott, just so it doesn't make me look like a complete idiot. But in short, I hadn't seen Emily. It was the final event, and she'd gone to go and get some work done with a medical professional for some treatment. And I'd been to watch another client of mine that was working out in his final event. I come down the stairs, and Ariel, in her credit, very, very cleverly said, she was like, "Oh, Kyle, you need to go find Emily. She's on the floor crying." Now, there is one thing that does not go well with me. Like, I don't shed tears or anything like that. But you don't joke about anything with Emily being hurt. And I said to Ariel, I said, me and you are friends off. And I just saw Dillon, like, you talk about dog, when a dog gets, right, that was the face that I saw in Dillon. But I had to walk away, and I was like, and I came back to him the following day. I said, hey, just to let you know, there's one thing you can never, ever joke about is like the well-being of my wife. Like, and I think that's, most husbands would be as protective of that kind of thing. So that's the inside joke. When I say to Ariel, her jokes a little bit need work, to say the least. Yeah, but that's the inside joke there for you.
Gotcha.
She was homeschooled, so she didn't grow up with a lot of attention. Like social skills. What she's learned from me.
There's no hope for them.
Oh my goodness. So I see the Rolfes in their new Hustle Made outfits.
Yeah.
So
like
you had a big signing recently with
I did.
Hustle Made. What was that like?
It was awesome. I mean, they announced it just when Wadapalooza started, I think, that week.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. Like, yeah, it was probably like the most, I don't want to say reception, but like from everyone else that I've had in any sponsorship. Like, everyone was super excited, super supportive. Everyone loves Craig and Jazz.
Yeah, they're
like,
amazing, amazing people.
Yeah. So to be a part of that team is
Yeah.
like pretty special, pretty exciting.
We finalized everything in Dubai, and James, their lawyers, he was out there as well. Like just as a trio, they again, I don't want to use Dillon's phrase, toot my own horn or anything, but or toot their horn, should I say? But they're gonna go really far. Like they're so well respected. They're just great people. They truly care about their athletes, and they're building an amazing brand. It's going to be really cool and interesting.
Mm-hmm. And it was quite, like you say, we signed in Dubai, and then I had to kind of keep it quiet for a month, and it was hard because it was so exciting. Like I wanted to tell people, but yeah, it was cool. Very cool.
Yeah, you were my guest because you appeared on the Dubai episode of theirs way more than other athletes, and I was like,
Smart.
something's up.
Is that Ariel's new sponsor or?
Dillon's just in garage door companies.
Platinum overhead door company, baby. Let's go. Ariel, put it on.
Oh
We
my
got a
gosh.
match like they do.
Dillon, this is not NASCAR.
You do hats, not shirts.
Oh man.
Well, my next comment was going to be, Dillon, you are not wearing the Born Primitive outfit to support your wife in her new endeavor because she signed with Born Primitive.
Yeah. He has a few shirts.
I do. I like to wear raggedy clothes. So that's why I'm not wearing Born. That's why I'm not wearing Born Primitive. It's way too high of a standard for me.
Raggedy clothes and no doors on the bathroom. Sounds like good times down there.
They need to make
This is Texas, baby.
Yeah.
They need to make some Carhartt pants or something.
Yeah.
They need to wear them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Whoa, way too. That's I have. What is this saying? A beer budget or champagne taste with the beer budget, something along those lines. Do y'all know what I'm
got
talking
beer
about?
taste on a champagne budget.
Yeah. Carhartt's way out of my league, baby.
No, he welds all the time, so his clothes just get holes in them every day. So I keep the good stuff for myself. My Born Primitive.
I'd also like to see Dillon in your BP stuff. That would be quite entertaining. See him in a sports bra, put it up a garage door.
You might sell more.
Not saying it hasn't been done, but I'm not going to show a picture.
So Ariel, you signed with BP. That's a pretty big
Mhm.
signing.
Yes.
So what's that like? How excited are you for that?
I'm super excited. They've always been a company I've looked at, liked their stuff. So for them to reach out and like actually be interested, I still had like a fangirl moment as far as like, wait, you want me? Why me? You have Bethany Shadburn, you have Danny Spiegel, all these big girls. Why would you want me? But just being under them, first of all, they have so many like different tank tops, different sports bras, different pants, different joggers. I'm already just like waiting for my okay, when can I order again? When can I order again? There's a lot of stuff I want to try on and just start wearing every day to the gym.
Or to see Dillon in.
Yeah, or to see Dillon in.
Yeah.
Date night.
I've been told I have a pretty nice butt, so I think that fills out really good in those Born Primitive shorts.
You heard it here first.
So now the booty shorts with the garage door company.
Wow.
Honestly, if Ariel gets big enough, we could probably start our own clothing line with, you know how Bethany Shadburn did the pineapple thing? I mean, maybe I could market something for Born Primitive on the men's booty short side. I don't know if that's been already filled with somebody or not, but
Kyle, you want in on it?
me and Kyle.
There's going to be a fetish somewhere of some booty short guys in booty shorts. I'm sure. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make that, but that's okay.
Yeah, they do not make Clydesdale booty shorts. Thank goodness.
For good reason.
Yeah. So the off season, you both did a lot of events. What was your favorite event? And then what was your favorite competition and then your favorite event through the off season?
Ooh.
I think you've stumped them.
I think Rogue you'll probably agree with me. Rogue was like the one to go to because it's only top 20 and it's invite only and it's like really prestigious and it's kind of something to check off your list. Like you go to the games, you go to Rogue. Like you'd agree, right? For that aspect.
Even when they would give us athlete briefing, they're like, get over the log, get under it. We don't care. We're here to put on a show. People want to come watch you. Like it wasn't the rules where they were like, right foot over the line, left foot here. They were just like, go have fun.
Yeah, it was kind of like, well, I know in gymnastics, like after the Olympics, they go on tour and they do like a big tour, all the gymnasts. It was almost like that. Like after the games, like you're on your tour and you like obviously you want to do well at everything. It's not all fun and games, but it was kind of that aspect. Like, yeah.
It was cool. It's so well organized as well. Like they I mean,
and they treated us athletes like the best we've ever been treated.
Oh yeah. Hotel covered,
not to
stipend, all that stuff.
Yeah. Not to downplay the other competitions, but it's clearly it's just a level. Like they have the juice rig there and stuff, right? It's pretty impressive. Like,
So can I give you my one critique of Rogue?
Yeah.
Yes.
They had you guys come out of the dugout. They should have let you have walkout music.
That would have been cool. Emily, walk out song. What is it?
John Cena music, probably from WWE or something like that, with fireworks.
No, I would have done a country song for Rogue for sure. I showed up in my Daisy Dukes and my boots. I wore those boots. We got those on check-in. I show up in these jean shorts because I'm like, that's gonna look good with boots. And then I wore the boots all day that day. Like I literally had blisters on the back of my
She's like, I got the blisters. I think I got them from my runners. I was like, no, I think you got them from the boot.
You don't have to compete or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Stupid, but whatever.
So that's a legit question. What would be the walkout songs for all four of you? Each get one.
Oh.
Why?
Man, put me on the spot. I'm very bad with music.
Man. I would probably be something really classical, like, also to have an underlying tone as well, like Elton John, I'm Still Standing, probably, or something like that.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Headstrong.
Okay, I got a few. It just depends on the mood. If I was in there and I was trying to win it, I think Headstrong. Y'all know that song? I think that'd probably be one of mine.
You should probably sing a few lines.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You should definitely sing a few lines.
I'm not trying to accidentally get a record deal here. But yeah, one of those, yeah, definitely. And I know if I was thinking real hard, there'd be some really good ones out there. But I think Headstrong would be a pretty good one, just to be intimidating and build up some hype.
Right now, don't ask me why, but on Saturdays I'll work out by myself in the house and I'll turn on the Greatest Showman soundtrack. You guys ever seen it? So I honestly, right now, if you'd ask me, would probably do the classic "This Is Me" and so dancing out to it. That's probably what I would choose.
We downloaded the album on our song.
To be fair, they should understand that the Loewens are a couple of years behind us. That's so.
Wow, I lost respect for you.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah,
it's great music.
It's awesome music. Yeah, we love that.
Did
Did you see that they've actually got a Disney music song playlist for CrossFit?
I did not.
Spotify? Yeah, sorry, not to boost Spotify, but there's some pretty awesome playlists out there for CrossFit stuff. It's kind of great.
Scott, do you have a song that you choose?
Yeah, he's gonna play.
I do. But I'm joking.
Not good.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Wait, have we not been doing that anyway?
He's legit.
Wait, Emily, you didn't say yours.
Well, I said like a country song, but
but you got to name a Pacific song.
What country song?
She doesn't even know country.
Oh, wait. That's some fine words right there, buddy.
Do you know who Timothy Hayward is?
Actually, no. Who is that?
Yeah, me neither. I just made that up. You don't know him? He's huge.
Do we want to
I'll
call
give you-
Bumper Scott? Is he
Okay, I think
Oh,
I'm
he's-
okay.
Oh, it's back.
Okay, good.
So I found out I'm allergic to my dog. Just so you know.
Wow.
And I'm trying to find the right medication so that we can keep the dog. Anyway,
What kind of a dog
my-
is it?
it is part Chihuahua, part Yorkie.
Okay, a little one.
Oh.
But the coloring of a Rottweiler.
Ooh.
Okay.
So like darker, yeah.
So anyway, my song would be Jump Around by House of Pain.
Classic.
Oh, that's good.
That'd be pretty good.
Get hit.
It has a really cool beginning that makes it kind of royal, and you can, get the arms up, and then you just do the jump around, right?
Only if it's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
double under workout. That'd be good.
That would be good.
Yeah. So now I guess we're gonna go back to questions.
So many tangents on this conversation.
I love it.
So, Dillon, you already said that you are a scrub CrossFitter. Do you do fitness, or is your work your fitness?
Uh,
Can I talk real quick?
now let me talk first. I'm just gonna go ahead. Yeah.
He helped me a lot before Wadapalooza and Rogue. We would do 30 minutes of machine work together. And before Wadapalooza, they announced the Echo Fran.
R.I.P.
I tried it. And then after I tried it, he tried it. I'll tell you what, for 2 hours after, he couldn't talk and he couldn't move. He literally like slumped over in the car. I drove him home, fell on the couch for an hour. And then eventually when he got off the couch, his eyes were just red. And he's like, I can't move.
Yeah, allegedly there's like a workout called Fran or something.
Yeah.
And I guess the Echo bike and Fran, I guess Fran is like kind of hard, and then throwing the Echo bike in there makes it harder. And I went ham. I tried to go ham. Actually, if we would have gone off the first round, I was making Ariel nervous. When I got through the first set of 21, she was nervous I was going to beat her time. But by the way, I'm also doing the girls' weight. I'm not a man. I got to do the girls' weight, which is still very, very, very heavy. Very heavy.
He dabbles.
I dabble. So yeah, I dabble. I've been for like the last, like I've said, I've always watched Ariel, and I've played around. Like I can do muscle ups. I can do the butterflies and all that just from watching Ariel and kind of playing around. But as far as actually working out, I would say the last
It actually happened at Granite Games. After it all happened, he's like, I think I want to try CrossFit.
she gave me motivation to want to make it to the games.
Accidentally
That
like
was
her?
a joke. That was a joke. Yeah, accidentally like her. But that was a joke. That was a joke. Yeah. But yeah, I dabble a little bit. I mean, I'm not super fit or anything, but I can't let her be like super fit and then I'd be out of shape. So I was like, I gotta go hit the gym a few times.
What about you, Kyle?
Well, Dillon took all the time, so I'm just going to go no.
Damn it, Kyle.
I don't do CrossFit now. I mean, there's no like. Don't get me wrong. Anybody can do CrossFit. I think to a certain aspect. I'm certainly don't think I'm built for CrossFit. My sporting background, I can do a lot of the CrossFit movements or whatever, but when it comes to certain things, it's just not for me. But I like to lift and move.
Kyle does like global gym workouts
yeah,
more, right?
yeah, exactly. And then squatting and.
I have a question. How good are you on the skier, Kyle?
What's a skier?
He's good for the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
He's great.
I'm a like the skier is designed for people that cross country ski. I'm a downhill skier, so gravity's
Gotcha.
my friend.
Hey, Kyle. How's the weight loss journey going?
Actually, really well. Yeah,
Is it?
I'm down 15 pounds since senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. So Kyle said he was going to lose 50 pounds by what next year games
By
time?
the games, yeah.
By the games. Yep. So
Thanks for making that public, Dillon. I appreciate you. Now, if I don't, I'm just it's brilliant. Good for you. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Well,
So
well, I'll race you,
CrossFit-
Kyle.
Yeah.
I'll race you.
Hey, let's see it. Let's see it.
All right.
So
Okay.
I lost 65 pounds last year,
Good for you.
Wow.
and then
Awesome.
I want to lose another 50 by the games.
Okay, so we're on. That's it. It's been said here first. 50 pounds. What's the prize? What are we doing?
Whoever doesn't lose the 50 has to gain 100.
Ew, no.
No. I think this is between me and Scott.
Yeah. Good answer.
Well,
I'll
we'll
lose
think
50
of something.
pounds with y'all.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
We'll think of something. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Go. Oh,
Um,
thanks for that, Dillon.
So, gosh, you guys, you keep getting me off track, and now I'm. So, what do you guys like to do together as a couple? Not Dillon and Kyle, but
Hey, that's the best couple right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so what do you like to do together to relax and get away from like the stress of CrossFit and all of that?
Man, we don't have a life.
No, I'd say, I mean, he's pretty passionate in his business. So for us, like when we're at the dinner table, we're talking about our house, his projects he has going on, what I have going on. I guess just like talking about each other's lives, as boring as that sounds. But we also like, we'll go to Chuck E. Cheese with Blakely, or we'll go to the park, go to the movies. So family time.
Yeah, I would say, since me and Ariel have been married, it's been like a really, really busy 3 years. And I could definitely see like the next like 2 to 5 years being super busy. So it's just like a lot of work and come home and just the family time. We do like, if we're not working, I mean, we're just spending time as a family together, chilling, just hanging out with each other. One thing I really like to do is play golf. So, which I haven't really been able to do like the last like 6 months, 2 years because I've been so busy. But every weekend on Sundays, we like to go play golf, and her and Blakely will come with me. And so that kind of makes make a whole day out of golf, basically.
Yeah, I would say we're the same in terms of like, it's busy between training and competing and like working. We both work full-time jobs. So like when we're both on shift work. So sometimes we're like
We are.
totally opposites. Like he comes to bed and I get out. We're
Yeah.
like literally.
Like your dad, Dillon, you used to high five to go take a deuce. I high five Emily as I pass her the shit. Hey, I don't know.
But we like to ski.
Yeah.
We like to, just do simple things like there's like go for a walk down to the village. There's a village like near where we live for coffee or.
We always try and have a date or something like, make time for ourselves as well. And we have a rule on Sundays about not talking about CrossFit till a certain time.
No CrossFit on Sunday.
Like it's a
What do you talk about? Is it just silence all day?
Yeah. Who Kyle beat up at work? No.
Yeah, no. We talk about all different things. Like we enjoy each other's company as well. Like we're not just as you guys. Like we're two best friends, right? So
Right.
we do everything together and enjoy ourselves.
And then lately we've been, after like a big competition, we've gone traveling for a week, which we've been really fortunate to be able to do.
Yeah.
And just like after Wadapalooza, we went to the Bahamas and just like chilled out for a week, and it's the best thing because we need a break.
Get this, Scott. She goes to swim with the pigs. There's this really, and it was awesome experience. Like it was super good. I said to her, she can swim with me for free. So like, she wanted to go swim with Yeah, it was.
Did I see you got bit by a pig?
I did. You have to like.
Wait, this pig or the other pig?
Oh,
Hey, she's getting better at jokes. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good.
I penciled that in real quick, and she read it. She at the bottom. I was like, "Here's a funny joke for you to say."
She read the screen prompt. The real pigs, they're food oriented, right? That's all they care about. And So of course, when you go on the tour and stuff, they give you food to feed them. And then when you have none, you got to show them your hands like legit, or else they'll attack you. And one, I hid a couple like in my swimsuit because I was like, like I'm gonna be sneaky and go feed the ones I want. And I guess it knew, and it came up behind me and just like nipped me.
Where?
Right on the backside.
Right in the ass.
So the pig was taking a backside for a peach, clearly.
So it was Kyle.
Yeah.
So what's
She
kind of
took-
ironic is both of you are moving into new houses, both couples. Emily and Kyle, you've just moved in, what, 8 months
A
ago?
A year, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
just going on for a year, yeah.
A little over you. And I was privileged enough to give interior design advice to Emily because I'm good too, Dillon, with my interior design.
Thanks. Yeah, we can see behind
And I'd
you.
help
No, I do.
decorate her gym.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Because when I first had Emily on, she had won an event, right? And they give you a plaque, and she didn't know where to put it. So I said, it needs to go in your gym so you can see it when you're working out.
That's
And
right.
where
Yeah,
is it still there?
The little ledge with like all the awards there.
It's
Oh,
there.
there's 3 of them now.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. And then she, similar to how your background is, Scott, with the shirts and stuff. Well, Emily takes the placards. Now, there's a whole story about that. Has she told you the story?
Ariel has the same. She only went to Granite Games to get a name plaque.
Okay, so you know the name plaques that they give at the competition. Has Emily told you the one about Dubai?
You told me.
I've told
Tell
you,
it.
right?
No.
So, Scott,
Yeah.
so basically, the name placards they stick on. It's like this person's in this lane, right? So
He
in
knows, like the big name tags you get.
Yeah.
so we go. This is Dubai 2019, and Emily's like, I want to take my placard back. I'm like, okay, no problem. So we go to leave. We leave the hotel. We go to the airport. We get to the airport, and Emily goes,
Oops.
"Oh, oops! I forgot my name placard." So I ring the hotel. Now, I swear to God, this is what happened. I rang the hotel. I said, right, I'm going to pay for a cab to deliver the placard to the hotel, to the airport. So the placard gets delivered. It has its own cab, no people, delivered to the airport. I pay for the cab at the airport. We then fly to China because we're going China back to Canada. The placard gets to China. But it
Did I
doesn't.
leave it
But it
somewhere
doesn't.
in the airport?
And she leaves it at the airport in China.
Oh no.
So I'm like, are you kidding me? Anyway, luckily we hadn't left the airport. She runs back and goes and gets it and gets on the plane. She goes to put it on the plane, and you know the overhead bin. She goes to try putting it in. It doesn't fit in. So and we're sat on the fire exit seat. So she puts it beside the fire exit, and then the woman's like, no, it can't stay there. It's okay. There's a spare seat in first class. I'll go and put it there. So this placard traveled its own cab, and they got a first class seat from China to Vancouver for nothing.
And
And I was
you
like-
and
and I
you
was
were in
like,
coach?
Yeah, I was a mere peasant sat in a fire exit seat compared to this placard. So, and it's now proudly.
And now it's kind of become a thing. Like,
Yeah.
I just forget them. Like, I don't know if you find that because you have all your carry-on and you got this stupid big piece of cardboard. And what did after the games, I left it and we went to Vegas after. Guess who leaves their thing to Vegas?
Oh yeah, so we had to go back to Vegas after Rogue to go get the
Oh
placard
yeah, that's
again.
why we did Vegas
That's
again.
why we did it the second time.
We had to go get the sign.
So Emily forgetting placards is ridiculous. Yeah. Sorry to go off on a
That's
tangent.
funny.
So-
No,
Emily-
that story was worth it. That was a good
that
one.
was good.
So Emily, what you're missing there is a dog. That's my job.
You've carried it in your mouth.
Yeah, I do. It's my job to make sure the signs get home. So yeah, we've never left one behind.
Well, because in my defense, it was like at Granite Games, we're not leaving the signs. My only one at the games. I don't want to leave my Ariel Lowen game sign. Then at Rogue, it's like, well, shoot, this is super important. It's Rogue, so now it's just like. At first, I made him a huge priority, but I didn't realize how many I was going to be blessed with. But I'm ready to hang them up.
So how long is it going to be before you're in your new home?
This is what I tell people. I hope to host Thanksgiving there. So then if it's done before, I'm pleased. If it's done on Thanksgiving, I'm still pleased. But if I set my hopes too high, like March, then I'll just be disappointed. But if I'm thinking Thanksgiving,
So just like anything in life, if you got a business, the customer comes first. And that's where I'm at right now, because I'm building 2 other homes, and we're like in crunch deadline time with those homes. And our house is to the point to where it's basically done. We just need like small things. I need to put door handles on cabinets and put up mirrors, just things that I'm gonna do myself. And that's just put on the back burner right now because these other 2 homes are taking priority. And I just love living with my dad at 28 years old. So I'm just trying to mooch as long as I can,
Hey, I'm pretty handy. If you need me to fly down there, I'll come help you, Dillon. How's that?
we'll pay you in barbecue.
So that 50-pound challenge, you're gonna win.
No. Wait, he doesn't want barbecue. He wants 5 guys.
Oh,
Bad
Yeah.
Oh man, that place is dangerous. Isn't there one beside Waterpalooza?
There is
There's
one.
There's one beside every CrossFit competition, it seems.
That's our meeting place. Mine and Brett's meeting place. Yeah, for sure. Hey Scott, I've realized what we can do for the prize. So the prize is either whoever gets there first or whatever. We get Thanksgiving dinner at Ariel and Dillon.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm
I'm there.
down.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm down too.
Well, what's funny is the first time I had Ariel on, she said the house would be done in like 2 weeks. And then
That's
the
what I'm
second
saying.
time I had her on, she said, well, it might be 3 or 4 weeks now.
Yeah,
Now she's
so
like,
I've learned,
maybe 2023 is the goal.
right?
The funny thing is, if I just put everything aside and worked at our house for 2 weeks, we would be moving in 2 weeks. It's just I'm a loyal guy. Customers come first. My wife seems super happy living with my dad. So
She likes cracking with the door open. Is what it is.
That's right.
I mean, that's like we're living on the edge. We're always got an adrenaline rush going. We're living life right.
Well, I want to finish this off with my own little story just to help Kyle feel better. So ski erg, I'm really good for like 2 minutes too, right? Like I can crush 2 minutes on a ski erg. I switched gyms to CrossFit Polaris, which is owned by Christy O'Connell and Patrick O'Connell. And one of the first workouts that was there was a 28-minute AMRAP of ski erg, row, and echo bike.
Nice.
So I get into the ski erg and Christy comes over and she's like, you are doing awesome on this. So I'm like, oh my gosh, a games athlete's telling me I'm doing awesome. So I'm like just chucking as fast as I can go. And I get like 300 meters into 600 meters. And I looked up at the clock and went, oh my God, I have 27 more minutes to go.
Oh no.
And I don't know if I'm going to make it off this.
So just to clarify, it was 28 minutes AMRAP, and what did you have to do?
So it was 600, 60, 60, 500, 50, 50, 400, 40, 40.
So all the way down to 10?
All the way down to 10. And it was NAMRAP. So if you actually get through all that, then you start back at the 600.
Yeah, so everyone works for.
I tell you what, I will have a go at it. Just to us Clydesdales together, man. We'll stick together. I will have a go at it. I'm not gonna like it, but I'll have a go.
So I made it to the 10s. I made it to the 10s and I was on the rower with like 2 calories left and 10 on the bike to go.
Nice. Good for
Well,
you.
good for you, man. Okay, so no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Now I will tell you, there were people in my class finishing it and moving on through the next round pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have probably if you didn't full send the first part.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's always my mistake too. I like to full send it and then I'm just trashed.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I've got
This comes with maturity.
yeah, I've got a tip here. So clearly I can't full send it because obviously that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, it's a great cardio workout though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, cardio Thursdays. That was my introduction.
Sounds like a day I'd be at work.
Well, I think we avoided the train wreck, maybe. other than when I choked and couldn't breathe.
Whatever.
But other than that, this was a lot of fun. And I would love to do this again as we get into the season, because this is just really different than everything else I do. And this was a lot of fun for me. So if you guys had fun, let's do it again.
Sure.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll do it.
sad
in
it's
the-
over.
Dylan's there. I'll be there. There we go. Thanks.
Hey, me too.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. This is awesome.
Thanks,
God.
guys.
Thank y'all. Good seeing y'all. Bye.